Hello, Dankey Kang gang. Today's episode, we're going to be talking not about Anderson Cooper, but about my good old home state of Tennessee. Look, guys, I'm gonna be real with you. I've lived in Tennessee my whole fucking life, alright? And I hate this fucking state sometimes. I hate it so much. It's like, I feel so sorry for the people who live here, who just want to live good lives, and they're accepting, and they're left-leaning, and they're tolerant. And because this culture is just completely and totally dominated by chuds, by white supremacist chuds here in Tennessee. And to see what I mean, this is kind of old news, but it's still relevant nonetheless. This was March 17th, 2018, published by Doug Chris and Tina Burnside from CNN. So going full-blown, MSM shill here. It says a resolution denouncing neo-Nazis dies in 36 seconds. So let's see exactly how that happens. I mean, I am fucking blown away. The more I look into this issue, the more I see just how far gone Tennessee really is in terms of just being completely overrun by white supremacy. These chuds have maintained a total cultural domination in the state for a long time. Memphis is like one of the few holdouts because the majority of people who live in Memphis are people of color. But besides that, I don't think there are very many other progressive communities in the whole of Tennessee. It's just nothing but these Republicans. And it's very thinly veiled white supremacy. These are the same conservatives that say, ooh, the crazy left, they think everybody is a fascist. Well, alright, when the Republican Party is this much in bed with fascism, you have to start fucking wondering. And even if your average day-to-day conservative is too fucking stupid to understand that they're being a useful patsy for fascism, that still doesn't mean they're not a useful patsy for fascism. Fucking idiots. So let's see how this bill dies, if the video loads.
We're back on our calendar. It looks like we're ready for House Joint Resolution 583, number 20 on today's calendar. That's Representative Clemens. You're recognized, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and Committee. It's an honor to be before you today. I seek passage of House Joint Resolution 583. This is joint resolution.
Do we have a motion? We do have a motion. Do we have a second?
This joint resolution is intended to denounce white nationalists and neo-Nazis.
Do we have a second on the bill?
I would like to see a second.
Representative Clemens, we did not get a second on that bill. We're going to move to the next item on the calendar.
Holy shit, man. They didn't even let him get a single sentence out. They didn't even let him make an opening sentence before they had a motion. That is such horseshit. They didn't even want that to be a matter of public record. That's how much we got, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry all you black people who've suffered from, racial intimidation, discrimination. Sorry all of you immigrants, migrants, refugees. Sorry all you gay LGBT people. That's the best you get. That's all you get. We can't get a simple bill saying that white nationalism and neo-Nazis are wrong. We can't even do that. That's how fucking far gone we are here in Tennessee. It is absolutely disgraceful. It says it didn't even make it out of the committee of the Tennessee legislature. The resolution was written by Tennessee Democratic State Representative John Ray Clemens. It doesn't name any particular group. It calls on law enforcement to go after white nationalists and neo-Nazi groups with the same fervor as other forms of terrorism. That's hilarious because in the past videos when I have covered these groups. We know that they recruit both former and active military. They're buddies with law enforcement. At the very least, they're friends with law enforcement. Okay. Law enforcement doesn't view these sorts of groups as a threat to them. You know who they do view as a threat? Black Lives Matter. Anti-fascist groups. Should be a clue right there that they're opposed to anti-fascist groups, that we're dealing with fascism. He says, we urge law enforcement to recognize these white nationalist and neo-Nazi groups as terrorist organizations and to pursue the criminal elements of these domestic terrorist organizations in the same manner and with the same fervor used to protect the United States from other manifestations of terrorism. But when it came up Wednesday for the House State Government Subcommittee, it died a quick death. How quick? About 36 seconds. As Clemens started to talk about the bill, a sole Democrat in the 5-member committee motioned to have it discussed. No one in the committee spoke up. The committee chair, Republican State Representative Bill Sanderson, then gabbled the resolution dead. And with that, the committee moved on to the next item of the agenda. Cool. That's just amazing. Because the resolution didn't get a second motion to proceed, it means it won't make it to a vote by the state legislature. We'll fucking file the motion again, and again, and again, and again. How many times can we do this? This is bullshit. God, alright, I'm getting triggered now. I'm getting triggered. You know, I try to meditate. I try to do yoga, and then it all goes to shit. You mess up my groove, dude. You threw off the Emperor's groove. Alright, I'm like Cusco, dude. You threw off the Emperor's groove. And now I can't fucking achieve nirvana because you fucking assholes are failing to denounce white supremacy. It fucking, like, my mind is blown. My mind is blown at how stupid and how backwards and back-ass Tennessee is. The reason for objection. So let's hear their legalistic bullshit reason. The designation of a terrorist organization. They agreed with Clemens on the intent and philosophy of the resolution. If you agreed with Clemens on the intent was to send law enforcement after these groups with the same gusto that they go after like Islamic terrorists, then obviously you would have backed the motion, you dumb fucks. You honestly expect me to believe that the committee agreed with Clemens on the intent and philosophy of the resolution. That is such bullshit. That's such a bullshit. We could go back and watch the video. I'm not gonna do it because it's redundant. But according to this is what it's like living in Tennessee. They deny things that they just fucking did. They just deny it. Like people aren't gonna go back and watch the footage. You assholes. It says, in the past 2 sessions, our committee has had several resolutions from various political parties aimed at special prosecutors, designations, terrorist organizations, condemnations of religious sites and practices, celebration of controversial historical sites, figures, or organizations. These subjects seem simple but have initiated some of the most bitter decisiveness and debates I've ever witnessed. They usually result in a retaliatory resolution from the other side. So basically he's threatening them. He's saying, oh well, you know, if you bring some kind of like measure against us, then we're gonna do something like we're gonna round up all the Antifa, put them in concentration camps, something like that, just, you know, as a retaliatory resolution. That's a thinly veiled threat if ever I've seen it from the fucking subcommittee. There's nothing partisan about this resolution, he said. It's just them trying to do a 180 because there's been a public outcry. Well, yeah. And this absolutely is a 180. Look at this statement. Look at this fucking statement. That is the dumbest, like, double think fucking hive mind weird goober shit I've ever seen in my life. I can't even fucking formulate thoughts because that's how stupid it is. It sapped my brain power away, ladies and gentlemen. It makes me sick. So let's connect the dots here. Let's connect the dots. 1 in 5 white supremacist conferences, meetings, rallies takes place in Tennessee. Tennessee is home to a huge number of these groups. Tennessee is pretty much the epicenter of these groups' headquarters and activities. We have a governor, Bill Haslam, or not Bill Haslam. We have a governor, Bill Lee, who wanted to essentially name June 13th as Nathan Bedford Forrest Day. I don't know if he's actually gone through with that or not. I think he has. I think he actually fucking has. Which I think the left should repatriate that and call it, like, I don't know, like Fuck Nazis Day or something like that. We make little piñatas of Hitler and we set them on fire. I think that would be much more fun. Anyway, Bill Lee and Tennessee government just shot down this fucking bill in 36 seconds. Didn't even give it the guy time to say like an opening sentence. We have law enforcement that harasses, assaults, and murders young black men in my home city. We have Tennessee Department of Homeland Security saying that they don't believe that white supremacist organizations are a big deal. We we have the White Nationalist Solutions Conference, the American Renaissance Conference, and other white nationalist conferences taking place in our state parks. They've been doing this for about 10 years. All the while, they have received the protection and endorsement of the police and the state government. So it's the dots are connected, and it's like Artie Bucco said in The Sopranos, and now the cobwebs have been removed. It's obvious. It's obvious that Tennessee is a fucking white supremacist state. It's disgusting, it's shameful, but I mean, they might as well just fucking paint a swastika on our state flag, because that's what it is at this point. It makes me sick. I want to fucking throw up. I want to throw up all over fucking Bill Lee's dumb fucking bougie face. I want to go to Nathan Bedford Forrest's grave and take a big fat dump all over it. A big danky duke. And then I want to piss on it. I want to piss on my shit on his grave. I don't know. Once again, I don't know if that's illegal. It's probably not. But, if it's not, and I find out where that dude's buried, yeah, like, you better bring some, like, I don't know, like, some paper towels and some scrubby wipes the next day, because there's gonna be a mess. Anyway, that's all I have to say about that.